Hey folks, welcome to AmpedToGlamp. I'm Sherry and on the camera is John. And today we are here with a rep from Intech. You asked us for some information on a Sol and we are going to give it to you. Thank you so much, Keith.
You're welcome.
So what can you tell us about this?
So right now we're looking at our Sol Horizon. This is a 19-foot length overall unit. It's the largest one in our Sol lineup, so there's about 3 models that you may have seen out there, the Horizon, the Eclipse, and the Dawn. The neat thing about all the Intech product is really what's behind it that you don't see here, what's underneath the skin. This is a full aluminum chassis, and then that has an aluminum cage that's then welded on top of it. So what's kind of cool about that, most campers are going to be built with a steel chassis, and then they're also going to be built with all the cabinetry and things put in place on top of that, and then walls and the roof are stapled together or screwed together. So you got a lot of pieces fighting each other, moving individually, where this is a one unibody type construction.
Okay. I'll tell you what, why don't we start the hitch, work our way around the outside, and then head inside.
Sounds good.
Okay, great.
All right, so as you look up here at the front, you're going to see we have a solid fiberglass cap, and it actually tilts forward. And the neat thing about that is your floor is stopping right about here. So this is a 19-foot trailer, and when we jump inside, you're really going to see the benefits of this. But what happens is by this cap angling forward, we're able to get a lot more interior space. We also have a nice 3-ply laminated glass windshield here. So that would be glass like would be in the front of your car window or a motorhome. So it's very, it's meant to be on the front, meant to take some abuse from rocks and chips and items like that. But
that was my next question for you, right? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but because I see this window and it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I'm sure when you're inside looking out, it's a great view. But I'm thinking about going along the road. I have a Jeep, for example, right? And I've got a windshield like that, and I'm always getting cracks. So what have you done to prevent that?
Absolutely, because this is right there behind your vehicle where it could take some abuse. So you'll see this rail across the top here and these snaps around the side. And we have a cover, and it's basically like boat canvas on both sides with a foam fill in the center. So it'll absorb the impact of any rocks that would come up and hit the glass and keep it cracked. And then this one here, they had pulled off the LP cover. They were showing somebody this has a cover that goes over the top of it. Your LP tanks, though, they're tucked back in there. So now you don't see those out there exposed on the tongue. Keeps it a little nicer looking. All right, so moving down the side of the camper here, you'll see there's not a lot for options on Sol. We try to make everything pretty much standard, but we're standing underneath our 10-foot awning here. This is a powered awning that comes out from Thule. We also have a slide-out kitchen on the outside. This is all standard, right? This is your optional.
This is optional equipment.
The slide-out kitchen. So if you didn't option this in, you would have a storage compartment here. If you do option in, you can get a griddle and then an additional refrigerator, which is really nice to have some extra refrigeration space in here.
Would I still have that sliding
you wouldn't. This whole assembly would be removed, and then you would just have this big open compartment on the inside there.
Gotcha, okay.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about, it looks like this is on a bit of a lift.
It is. So when you get our Rover package, which this one has, it's kind of more of an aggressive looking, more ground clearance, larger tires and wheels on that setup. You gain 3 inches of ground clearance compared to the standard base model. Axle kind of stays the same. We use a Dexter torsion axle on everything, so it gives you an independent suspension versus a leaf spring suspension. So they do tow very nice behind the vehicle.
Okay. Is anything behind here that we should take a look at?
Well, to come around the back, you'll see we have, with that Rover package, we have a little bumper set up right here. We prep all of them for a backup camera. So you pull off that plate, it's got a wire right there, hooks up to your camera. And then also we put a 2-inch receiver on all the back ends here. Those are rated for 175 pounds, so your electric bikes, even heavier bikes, can be used and go on that route. As we come over to this side, you're going to see we have another storage compartment here. You're going to have your water heater, your water fill, all your electrical hookups are going to be on this side. And then up towards the front, we'll have a Zamp plug-in that we put on all of them. So this is wired straight to your battery. So if you have a briefcase type setup, you just plug it right in.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
So they have these portable panels, right? So they basically look like a briefcase in how they come. And they've got everything built in, a charge controller, the panels, and you take it out and you set it in the sun, and then you plug directly into here, and you'll feed that charge to your battery then. Okay. So a nice solution. Rooftop stuff is nice as well, but then sometimes you're parked in the shade, and the rooftop doesn't work as well. So briefcase can be a good solution for that. Also on this side, you have your dump valves, all those items. This will have while we're looking at tanks, this will have a 28-gallon freshwater tank, and then a 32-gallon black-gray combo tank. Want to check out the inside now?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
I can't wait to check out the inside.
All right, so as we come in, right away you notice this. I mean, this is only a 19-foot camper. If you look at something comparable, usually your front dinette would just be 2 seats. It would be very congested feeling, very tight feeling up here, where this one's very open.
You could really fit, like if you have, like, say, a small family.
Oh yeah.
You could fit your kids right in here, and
yep, you could get 4. Nice. You could get 4 people around this dinette and make it work.
You can get 4 adults around this dinette.
Yes. Yeah. And then you'll notice just kind of sitting on here. You know, we use a high density foam. We try to make these seats very comfortable because this is a great spot to spend time in this camper. So we'll maximize storage as you look across the top here. You'll have storage compartments. These are actually pretty deep. That one's going to have your filler cushion up.
Now this looks like it removes.
It does. So this is the table pulls out, and then there's a shorter leg that goes on this. So you can either remove the table altogether if you want it out of your way, or if you want to set up a bed here, you put the smaller leg in, the table goes back down, and now this entire space becomes a giant bed. You're going to see we have a 3-way refrigerator. So that's going to run off of the propane gas, 12-volt electric, and 120 volt. You'll see your furnace down below there. There'll be a direct blow furnace running off the LP system. That's about 16,000 BTUs, so plenty of heat for this little camper right here. Stereo system, that's going to be a DVD player as well. So there's 4 speakers inside the unit, and you can break those into zones. You can run your TV through the sound system, and of course you can put a DVD in there that will feed through your TV back in the bedroom area. That TV also is on a swivel, so you and I can be sitting up here. That can swivel out, and we'd be able to see it too.
Oh, nice. So, okay.
Up top, you got a microwave there, a 1 cubic foot microwave. You'll see we try and put, as you look around the unit, you'll see a lot of 12-volt plug-in points, lots of USB chargers, so that way if you're not plugged into shore power, you have options to still pull from that battery for cell phone charging or items like that. Right next to there, you're going to see our wet bath. So another area of real focus for the Sol was, first was this front dinette, make it large, and then have a wet bath that was usable. And this is a little hard to capture on camera, but if you look in here, turn on the light for us, you'll see it's very large, open for wet bath, very usable, easy to clean. And the one thing that people always love, there's no shower curtain. We use an exterior door that fully seals off here.
Oh, it is a sealed door.
Go over your kitchen area, you have a little 2-burner stove, full bank of drawers. We actually use magnets on the back side of all of our drawers. They kind of pop open like so. That way when they're closed, it holds it tight so it doesn't come open while you're driving down the road, but also keeps our clean kind of European face look on all the cabinets there.
Now a question about this cooktop, does it remove? Or is it just stay here? Because some of them actually come out.
This one doesn't come out, so you have the glass cover here that lifts up.
Okay.
And then beyond that, you'd be disassembling it to remove it. Really deep sink, so this farmhouse sink that we use is great. Gives you a lot of space.
Oh, look at that. I would not expect something that big.
Yep, very usable.
Like this. I would not expect that at all.
And then this is nice too, because now you got more countertop space as you need it. Of course, in a small camper, you're always trying to maximize any space you can.
Absolutely.
So it gives you a little more room there. So as we come to the back, this is going to be a true queen bed. So a lot of campers will end up using something a little bit smaller than a full queen. But this is a 60 by 80, so if you wanted to get yourself a different mattress, you could go online, get basically any queen mattress that's going to fit back here. All your sheets and comforters and all that are going to fit fine too. You're also going to have, as we talked about earlier, the TV back in this location. You kind of put some of your thermostat and your ventilation control back in the bedroom area, so try and keep you comfortable in your sleeping area back here. And then, storage once again, trying to give you spots up top where you can put folded clothes, little drawers down below where you can add some clothes. And then even around the side of the bathroom here, we have a little hanging rack for items that would be on hangers.
So can you tell me, are there any additional options if someone's looking at this that they can purchase to go with it?
Sure. So on the inside, basically it always is standard. What you see here is the standard build. There's no options for it. It's pretty much fully loaded out from the factory. On the exterior, you're going to have options like a power tongue jack, dual LP tanks, the awning that we were looking at, the slide-out kitchen, and then that Rover package. And that's pretty much the limits to our options. So they come fairly well equipped standard, and then just a handful of options that you can use to customize.
And always this question comes up with everyone, what about the cost?
Yes, so cost on this, you'll be right around the $45,000 range. They'll start at about 40, and then depending on how you option them out, you'll be about 45.
Okay, that's great. thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This was just a wealth of information. I don't think that we would have been able to do it justice on our own. So thank you. I appreciate you.
You bet. Thanks for coming by and taking a look.
Yep. We had a chance to take a look at the Sol. It's a kind of a cool unit. Do you have a pet peeve for it?
You know, at the moment I don't. I'm not really into the little trailers, but that's not really a pet peeve. That's a preference. But this thing is actually pretty cool looking.
Yeah, well, I get to do my favorite feature then if you don't want to have a pet peeve. My favorite feature for this unit has to be that large panoramic window. I mean, I could just see myself sitting and looking at a beautiful sunset over the lake, sitting on that couch, and it's just, it would just be amazing. So that's my favorite feature. So now it's time for our build quality. What say you?
I think this is a well-built unit. I like the way things are put together. We looked at the drawers, the cabinets. Everything is nice.
We don't say this very often, John, but this is a 10 out of 10.
It is.
Absolutely. So we had a viewer who requested it. This is a great unit. Thank you for doing that. And all right, well, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.